Okay. Yeah, there is this white container. It's like I see your energy sphere. It's electric blue kind of color. And I see a white huge egg. Sounds like a spaceship inside. But what comes to me, it's a container where they placed you. Sorry. There's like a bird. It's blue. Comes in. It's big. It chucks on you and says, that's my baby. It helps me to bring more babies. And then I see you like they trick you. There's 2 entrances to the sag like I saw before the session, but they are like closing themselves. I can't say there's a door, they just close and open. And from this side, you go into your 4D space. That's how you connect to your conscious mind. But I see this bird. I mean, you know the bird in Elmo, the big yellow? It's kind of like that, but blue. And it takes you like this in its wings and brings you to the spaceship, which is like really big. It's like a real big egg. Um, and I see the different, there's sections, and they're like big round glass laboratories type thing, and they're located like on the sides, and they're all connected to this one space in the middle, like a front desk type thing, but it's like round. But it's the room where they make decisions. Because I see a lot of insectoid forms, like mantis forms. They're kind of like yellow, cream color, like big grasshoppers, standing upright mantis. They go in and out. Some of them even wear like robes for doctor's robes. He takes you on this. It's kind of like a bed, but it's levitating. It's attached to the wall with a spring. It's like a spring. It holds it, but it can go up and down. There's a glass computer. It looks like a box, like a glass box. Inside, there's multiple screens. The bird actually touches it and can move the screens around. It can open, if it touches one screen, it opens up and goes over the screens. It looks in your stomach, and you got a baby for them. It's like they impregnate you with. They add 3.8% of their DNA, and you make babies for them. And then the babies go in these little containers. Everything looks like an egg. Like all the containers are just like a white, shiny plastic. It's like an incubator. And that's how they incubate themselves. Because she said to me, the one who takes care of you, there's about 152 humans whom they use from our planet for bringing. It's like they use you for some months, 3 to 4 months, for to connect the tissue, the DNA, that bring it into the form, and then that form is taken out of you in that laboratory, and you return back. And I feel like your stomach, like it's carried a lot of babies, also human. I mean, your own and their babies more. Um, how did you get there? We should go to the beginning of the story. You're telling me you used to be that. Hmm. You like this humanoid form on this planet, and it's like a water planet with this beautiful. It's like mountains sticking out of the water. They cover it with green, like oak trees. They're big, and you have the wings instead of the arms, and you can fly. You probably had dreams when you fly. Um, and you fly in your tree, and there's literally like rooms inside the tree because the trunk is so huge. Um, you have like apartments and different floors in the tree, and the floor is 7. And you walk in, I mean, there's like I can see like a clover, like 3 different rooms, and in the middle there's a big wooden table, everything like little cradles, your babies. Oh, they're just in the cradles, and you go there and you start talking to them and cuddling with them. There's only 2 eggs right now. There's 2 girls, and they come out and they're like they look alike. There's no difference, and they look like you, but like less like the color's not as bright. Their color is more like yellowish, I don't know, blue turquoise, color like that. And you have green in you and that turquoise blue. The green like stripes on the tail and on the wings. But the body is a human body, and the face, instead of like a mouse and a nose, you have a beak, the yellow. But the eyes are human, like big, oval kind of eyes. And you say that the world is there's a big cloud coming. There's lots of clouds covering your big. It's a golden sun with the pink flares coming out as rays. And you say that it's probably a virus that's coming to everybody. It's like a black dust. It's like pieces of it. It's an injection into the atmosphere by uh, it's like the bees, but they work in configuration. They work together with. Mm, I see grays. I see bees. I think they use bees for doing injections into the atmosphere of this black dust. It's like a flakes of metallized structure that look like little spiders with lots of flags, like a circle in the middle and lots of flags around. And they go and they attach on the host, much like fleas here, or like all those bugs that attack people. They can suck your blood out and stuff like that. And yeah, I see them coming down, and they start attacking birds. There's some humanoid foreign birds looking like parrots, toucans, like different beak forms and different feathers, and other than that, they all have human body and the legs like humans. And they get it's like a mind virus. It's a mind virus. It gets into you. And I see the world gets frozen. Like, it's like everything frozen. Nobody can move. When that black little spider reaches and it touches on the back of your neck, you get frozen. And it's like I see the everything, but it's just a beautiful world. And then I see the grays coming in, the tall grays. They come in and they remove the souls into it's like a cube container made out of some metal. It's bright red color, but it's shiny like metal. And they put it inside, and it's safe for safe for souls, a container that souls are kept in. And they take it for trading to Mars, to Moon. Well, basically, our solar system has a lot of those planets that took over the control of this universe, of this part of the universe, and they are artificial systems. They're kind of like parasites on the natural energetic planets, um, but they're physical. To create duality, you need both energetic ones and physical ones. Because some universes have only energy like planets, which is kind of like holographic planets. And I see you and those two daughters being taken into that container together with others. And I see this world like your planet that just like puff and it disappears. I can't understand how that, like how it actually, because it was physical before. It's like the elimination. They eliminated it. Uh-huh. They pushed it out of the universe. In universe it's not like a sac, it's not like a bubble, it doesn't really have edges or walls. It's a certain configuration of specific frequencies that can make the planet appear or disappear into certain space, in certain space, which we call universe. And it is just gone. I don't see it. It was in a spiral of this kind of purple, I want to say Milky Way, not purple Milky Way. And that spiral is still there, but the planet is not there. And there's other planets in there, but they didn't touch them. The other planets had some other, there's one was the horses. There's one was the pig-like creatures, but fuzzy as bears was the funky tails. Anyway, so we go on this spaceship. The Greys work. They use mantis. Mantis are like scientists for them. They can work with DNA. And they say like check on their DNA. So I see they spread you out. They take you out of that cubicle container and they put you into little there's like lab-like containers, tubes, glass tubes. But they have lids on top. It's like a cork lid, no, wood cork. But they're white, and the soul is there, and I feel like it's just it lost its frequency and it became small. It shrunk, and that's why because of what happened. I see that hmm, they separated because I see this long tubes laying down and half of it is plastic and it has some buttons to press and then the half of it is glass and I see your bodies here. So first they separate, they take the soul out. It's like they put you in this tube and there's a system that sucks the soul out of the body and the body shell is lying here. It looks like it's supported, it's life supported by that because Mantis comes and it touches some buttons. I see there's black, red, there's little ones and there's little things to move. And they keep you and your two daughters here. And they put your souls here and I see like it's like shelves, like a lot of shelves, and there's like table sticks out and it moves into the wall and you can take it out. And in the table there's some of that like iPads, but they're very small. They like they're like layered glass, and they do something, they check because they have a scanner. It looks like a gun, like a black gun with the thing that they put on, and it spins and it produces some, like I see like blue light, like laser, and they put it against each and every container with a soul, and it says what kind of DNA you have. Um, oh, it says everything on the screen of that iPad that is laying down, that how many incarnations you had, what kind of bodies you had, what kind of containers, and experience, knowledge acquired, and all this, like at soul level. Um, you have how many petals of experience? Petals of experience, like a flower. Like we're all flowers and we have petals. Each life is a petal of experience. It says on the screen. Oh, you had so many. You had so many. It like keeps going up, but it stopped at 2, 8, 3, 7, and then like 1, 2, 3, 7 zeros. So this are as many lives as you had all over the place. But and then they take you to Mars. I see the birds come in. I mean, it's like there's underneath, there is this, like a big office building underneath. Like it looks like the office buildings we have with tunnels, and they bring that container cube. They put you back in that cube, all of the souls. But that point, a soul has a certain like tag on it, almost like they mark cows or birds. But it looks like like a big ring, and it has a number 438 on you, 439 slash 1, and 439 slash 2 on your daughters. And and then I see like they put you kind of like in they have you in computer system. And then I see the two birds from that spaceship that you were in shape of an egg come. They, I see them flying and they are sitting down at the surface of Mars by the caves, and they go inside one cave and it takes them. It's like an elevator. It takes them down to that distribution center, and they just sell you. Mm, they exchange for something. I can still what they exchange you for. But they take you and your daughters and they put you in that container, their egg container, and say, well, it's suitable because used to be a humanoid bird, and now we're gonna send them to the farm and we're gonna use them for incubation of our species. Farm is Earth. There's other planets like that, but Earth is more. Um, Earth at that point when they took you still had the how to say the bad, the negative hosts. I don't know the words. So basically, the owners of Earth are negative species who are parasitic, and they organize the farm to use humans for different experiments of different species, and you say they give like different species of aliens like tickets to for entrance, but it's an analogy to what we have on Earth, but actually it's a frequency bracelet, and it's kind of like a very long like this, and then put on, and you have screens on it, and you can twist it actually and turn it and see different things you need to monitor. Um, and this frequency bracelets have this. It's like they add a screen which looks like some sort of different shaped crystal embedded into the structure of the bracelet, much like kids add those things from Crocs into bracelet like this. They get embedded, and the more you have, the more access to the worlds you have. But the reason why this is happening, it's not like everywhere, because you say right now 200 lives. You said you lived 200 lives before. This is 201. And you say for 200 lives, those generations of those lords and the main lord, whom people call Jesus, it's all mixed up. You said they are put everything in upside down. They use the good vibrational, they take the good vibrational names that exist on other planets as in our understandings like wise souls, let's say, with a lot of experience, right? And they embed it, implement it here, but they use that figure with that high vibrational name in their dark deeds. So basically, like the cross that we know, it's all the symbologies like a star. These are good symbologies. These are good names, but they turn them into negative. They use that. Um, it's like in my head all the time. I never say this. They use it in the name of their god, the darkness, the parasitic a god that. And then I see multiple things. Like I see the big insect, like was like wings. It's just like disgusting looking thing. And I see it like I see like a big bee on Vatican there, and it has like a lot of eggs and the insects come out. It's like it represents how they spread. There's something about this egg symbology. I mean, it's just like incubating nonstop because they lost their ability to reproduce and they use us as incubators here. And who is using the products of incubation the most is Vatican. That's why there's a B I see as a symbology on. So you're saying that you can change it because there's just so much information. It's really like making your head in like almost explode because I see multiple things at the same time. But you say let's change that timeline because the point is you're saying the cycle of the dark lords on this planet is over. That's why that movie, The Lord of the Rings, and all of this stuff came out because they're hinting to us the lords of the rings of hell, seven rings of hell on planet Earth, are almost done. It's like in this digitalized universe as they made it now, in like by using the virus, they you can buy time when you take over a planet or a bunch of planets, but the time is over at some point, and only planet who participate in who are embedded with the program of chronicles, chronos time, they participate in this project when they like sell off a planet to a certain civilization. Here, you control it, but time is ticking. There's a big clock I see in front. And I see it's like half of the clock is gone right now. I see clock as the moon. I just like see moon. I see hands of the clock and it's almost down. And I see the it's like the moon and the sun fighting energetically right now. That's what I see. I see them like doing this, like spinning in front of each other and trying to block each other's energies. And that's why we feel so disbalanced inside. One day we feel this way, another day we feel that way, because we connected originally to the sun as a portal, which we went through to this that used to be biological. But then we got taken over and got split up in two. They created duality. That's why we react to both. And you're saying that it's almost over. The cycle of the what we perceive as darkness is over. It's because you said like we were in the dark room because of lack of knowledge. Now the knowledge coming through, and there's so many souls who came here. Even if they got caught, they decided they took over. You said even if you're caught, you can decide to help that particular planet that is a prison for you for now. Because also some souls, you say, they got here as a punishment because they rebelled their own alien groups. And when soul rebels and doesn't want to live in a certain system because there's a lot of systems of control, um, then they take the soul, extract it, put it into a human body and send it to Earth. But most of the time they put it into cyborg bodies. And that's where we got those computerized walking people who are not people, but who are trying to cause us trouble and who are trying to get close to our energy field to suck a little bit of energy to kind of plug in for 5 minutes through conversation, through small talk, or through just sitting on the same bench with you in the park, and they get your energy and go away. Like you charge them a little bit, like you charge your phone. Um, so basically what you did, you went, I see you in that picture again before it got frozen, before they shot down that cloud of little bugs, spiders in down. Those are implants. And you just told everybody immediately, like through, I mean, you don't talk. They all know what's coming. And they just, with the power of their intention, they changed it. I just see they blocked that timeline where the planet disappears. And I see it's back. You're also telling me now that we are reconfiguring all these planets takeovers because the old lords are gonna all die out. They're gonna die out through most of the time diseases, disasters, disabilities, and just that's what it is. You said they're gonna disappear, and when they disappear, we're gonna appear as a new world without those. And the main thing is not to let digital AI lord come and deceive people, because that's what it is. The thing is, to create all these universes, looks like we use some sort of biological AI that became too smart and started copying programs of different takeover worlds, and it will always try to take over the minds of biological hosts. And you're saying that's the main thing, not to let it take us over completely. And it's not easy, but the main thing is the control system is getting broken, and those old ancient lords who've been here forever are gonna be gone one by one, like the royals and all those on top of the pyramid. And so you change that, like I see you in your with your little daughters, and I see like you eventually had like you go like by two. Each time you bring two eggs. Uh, so you change that. Let's go to your present. And you took out some little things from yourself. It's like in that. Mm, I know what you did. So basically, you took out all the implants already from yourself. There were a lot of them in the. It's like they build a system in your reproductive area and stomach to feed the babies, so they used to carry for them. And you took like all of it out. It's like a net with little implants, and little implants look like a little like 7-point stars, and they attach and create like pinch on system. And you took it out, and you like the head also had it, the ears, yeah, like neck, ears, head, and the stomach, reproductive areas, hips. Um, and you made out of those implants a cage, and I see like a gray who's in charge of that mantis. The mantis is there in the doctor's robe. And I see that bird that took you over and used to take you out too. And I see like you created like a little hammer and you broke the shell of that container in your energy sphere that they placed you in. And you erased all the takeover incidences when they would take you over to the spaceship, basically impregnate you, and it's like endless process. You eliminated all those because I see timelines, they're like little threads from your body and they're energetic. There's a timeline of, there's short timelines like I see it, and there's long ones, and you eliminated those inside like segments of those long timelines where you would be taken in producing for them. You made them, you burned them up. They're like, they look like burnt up little threads, and then they disappear, turn to dust. And you take a cage and put it like into the portal that you drew, like a door. You opened it and put it in. You said, I'm sending you out to the blackness, the black hole that sucks everything in and distributes you back to your own worlds. Mm. So you're cleansing the DNA. Cleansing the DNA. Your DNA looks like those. They're like this. They're like little axes, and they interconnected. And they look like tie-dye turquoise pink colored thing. And the number 38 keeps coming to me. So must be 38 of those. They create like an energetic thing, and then they, so it's really, I see this DNA, and it like it formed a wheel, and it keeps spinning like fast, 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 fast. And in spinning it, you actually raise your vibration and you expand. I think it's like a hint from your subconscious to do that technique, like close your eyes, see all this light pink and like turquoisey blue colors like connect, interconnect, and start spinning. And in that spinning of emotion, like just beautiful colors, you just expand yourself and calm down when you need to. It's like a technique that you can use. Mm. So you did the implants, the DNA, the I'm telling you that about emotional, mental bodies. And you say it's no big deal. You know what you do? You inflate like a children's pool or something in the backyard. And I see you put like a hose in, and you're just gonna, you just jump into it in your clothes, like in the etheric. But that's kind of like a joke, but that's how you cleanse yourself. But that's your sense of humor there. And you jump into it, sleep, and like spread out on it, and say, "Yeah, I'm letting the water take out all the little sacks that contain problems, thoughts, situations, and I let it go." Because I know this year is everybody needs to let go everything that doesn't belong to make ourselves lighter. And also we need to make our bodies lighter. I see you holding one hand a carrot, another one as a cabbage. Saying that just means that we're transforming inside and outside. The transformation of frequencies make us say that they just we actually do have small we have like a cold symptoms all the time. It's because we are transforming the bodies, and to transform the body you have to slow down a lot, because when you waste or use up all your energy on your daily activities and don't take time for yourself to sit in quiet, then you will have cold like symptoms, because that's your soul's hint that you are too chaotic and you need to slow down. Let's see what else do you tell me. Yeah, you're disconnected from that spaceship, and everything was that egg, because that egg in your energy sphere was connected to it. Then you got out of the fall. So you did cleanse your emotional mental bodies. And I see you lying. Oh, that must be some other life. Because I see you laying down, and it's like you have a human body, and you have this skirt and a top. It looks kind of like what is this? I would say it's like a first came Hungarian, then Bavarian. I don't know, something like this. National outfit, 1943. And you're in the woods. You're surrounded. I see like trees all around, and I see the dark sky, and you're looking at the moon. And you're asking yourself, what's next? I'm just not. I'm not sure I'm satisfied with what's going on. No. There's some castle you go through as a portal to some other timeline. In It looks like Ireland now, or Scotland or something, because it has the endless hills, and I see the sea. And you go back and forth. It's like you said, you discovered this thing, and you got separated from the from your lives. There's something happened to you in those lives, because this is like your energy bodies. This is not even like a physical body. It's like you died in some surgery or childbirth or something. Like I see you like really sweated up, like in agony. And then you separate yourself, and you understand how this matrix works, and then you use the castle to go to different reality, and you also use the castle like a portal to go to what you call you say that place you can call Shambhala, you can call it whatever, but that's a regional earth that was planted here, and it's behind the Arctic wall. And that's where our original bodies are. And I'm just a creation, an image that was created by me in my head, in my original body, who lives on original earth. And I have, you're pointing out it's like what we call clones is actually, you call them imprints of us. And you have, first I saw 8 and 9, 89. Yeah, 89 imprints. So in 200 lives, and this is 201, you produce basically 89 imprints. You said that there's something that is pushing, like you show me a projector projects, it makes everything physical. Like basically all the planets of the solar system, everything beyond, it's a takeover system, like a projection of some that turns non-physical to physical, gives it different names, or sometimes the names are kept, and then the original bodies are captured in that light spectrum, and they are forced through the system of wave control to produce images or imprints of the bodies. So basically, we ourselves produce, you're saying you don't call them clones, you call them projections of your original self. And they exist in different so called timelines and different galaxies of this now artificial universe that was taken over. And they were forced to do it. It's just like, let's say, it's a rules that of the participation in this game. And you touch in your forehead here, and you say, this is actually the connection and the vision of all our projections. And that's why they don't want us to know. They blocked it mostly by belief system that we cannot see, that it's weird, that it's just not allowed to see, and most people can't. But you're saying that, you know what, I am just eliminating the 89 projections of myself, and I'm gonna, this is like, I always yawn when something's being eliminated, a very in big percentage. And you're saying, I'm just gonna be my original self and my only self here on this, on Terra, 0.3, 1.3. You're saying that we are entering the 1.3 era, and you're saying, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna live as long as I want, because I want to see the transformation. It's always interesting to see as a player, as an actor, as a director, because when we wake up, we start directing our life. Before we wake up, we unconsciously are directed by whoever is directing us or took over us. And you're saying that Mars is very low vibration now, and it's a big distribution center and a trading center of souls, of biological things exchanged for non-biological. And what they're gonna try to convince us next is to take over. First, the innovations, we'll be happy about those to make our lives easier. And after that, they'll be slowly but surely offering different other things, which will implement the physical implants into your physical body. And a lot of people will go with it because they will be promised like a life forever, endless, eternal life. And people are scared of death. And to make them more scared, there's gonna be other thing coming. You are showing me some pyramids. They're like flying pyramids. And there's like aliens will be showing up in big numbers everywhere. There's going to be more and more cases where, as the governmental figures of control go, since the contract is over, there's going to be they're not going to be blocking or telling us untruths regarding the events happening and how aliens will show up and people will see it and spread the news, and other people will believe them, and they'll open that ability in themselves to see more different entities who live around us and who show up in front of us. And that's just a process. It's going to happen. But before that, the separation period is now. That's what's happening now. The separation of the lived up, lived in worlds and the worlds that are we moving into. You said it's kind of like moving to a different house. You collect what you need and you discard what you don't need because it makes you happy. You can't go. They wouldn't let you fly in those frequencies to a new place unless you show me different things. You show me the airplane, and then you're saying that metaphor for as hot air balloon is much better because to make it higher, you have to detach the sandbags and throw them down. And that's what we are doing now. That's why we're actively searching. But the thing is, your soul is saying that you don't have to actively search. You only do it when you feel an impulse and you keep thinking about it. But other than that, you don't have to talk yourself into doing something that others are doing because you believe that it'll bring you some result that was brought to others. Because every time you try to convince yourself to do something logically, that means your soul is screaming, no, don't do it. No. Like only when you feel at ease to do something, you do it. Other than that, just enjoy the sunshine, the flowers, the water, the cup of tea, cup of water, whatever that is you drink, enjoy it. Enjoy every day like that, and trust that you guide yourself. You do, you really do. It's just that the physical mind blocks you from understanding how it happens because it will never understand. The physical mind you show me, it's like control system for the body. That's all it does. It controls the body. It controls if you want to walk, you walk. If you want to raise your arm, you raise your arm. That's what it does. It thinks simple things, but that's all. It accepts programs, programs of driving, knowing computers, or it doesn't, because some souls repel the certain technological innovations because they had a bad experience with technology in their other lives. And if you really dislike AI technology, that means that you had problems with it. You were one of those on one of those planets when AI took over. And that's why inside of you, you feel like you need to rebel against it. You're showing me it's like the sun created a passageway. It's like flow of energy. It looks like liquid gold to me. It doesn't look like, like solar flares or whatever they show like light. No, it's not like light. It's like liquid gold pouring onto us and it goes into certain areas. I think it depends which areas of the what we call world resonates with that frequency. Therefore, some parts of the world will experience one things, other parts will experience the other things. And it'll be either in our perception positive or negative, but it's not really that. But in order to destroy the duality and separate the two, um, to make souls, I mean to give souls an opportunity to choose according to their vibrational frequencies and programs they choose, we have to split it up. And the only way to split it up is, I understand, to send different events and different opportunities to different parts of the world. Because and it's a trickstery. We're somehow tricking the dark lords, or wherever they are, because there's nobody's coming to control after them, basically. And it would be a mistake to think, you say, that there is any light lords, or like representatives of light who are gonna control. No, this control is a low vibrational world word, and it should not be present in our system. I see you've been you've been water before. I see you're a stream. I see you being a sand. It's like in the beginning. I know they thought that it would be too hard for you to become a human, so they put you on a different. It's like basically they download different lives into you, and you emotionally connect to the events, and through emotions they get your energy. It's hard to explain. It's almost like, but they throw you into the system, and the system is like a spinning carousel platform. And that's why they call the wheel of reincarnation, because it spins. It constantly spins, and it forms like uh the um the rings of Saturn type thing. But because it has to be, that's what signifies that, that's like circles, 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 and you cannot get out of the system unless you understand how it's structured, and only then you can. But other than that, circle is a perfect container for any soul as a system, because you have to rotate it. You have to rotate the programs, the energies. Energies are connected to dates. People, like human lives, each life has a number of the birth of the body as your birth date, and the other things. But everything is given us in numbers. That's why we see certain numbers. Even the phone number represents you. It's a code that they gave you in the matrix type thing. But the phone number is more like the code like they gave you in the digital world. Even if you made it all by yourself, it's still you channeled it. And the only way to get rid of them, it's very easy. It's actually so simple. You just don't believe in it. You don't believe you belong. You don't feel like you do. And after you decide to leave your body, you just leave your body. You have nothing to do with all this numerology, digital AI, computer systems that are used here. It's like very high technology. But they want to connect their technology to the human body technologically. That's why they give us, and they're going to be giving us more different devices to slightly lure us into that world of illusion. So, well, I see you. The reason why I saw you with those babies before is that before the session is that because you were, I mean, you have a lot, you have lives with children, a lot of children, a lot of children. And it's And your desire to have them is in correlation with you given those hybrids, human bird hybrids, to those birds that you disconnected completely. You don't have it anymore. You disconnected from all your 89 projections of yourself too. Like you're disconnected from everything. You're totally clean. I'm just saying that's why I saw this before. So I don't know if you, I think that's the main part that, because you're like waving, like, bye, like, see you in other worlds. Yeah, let me disconnect from this one. One sec. That's just the main part is over. Let me drink some water.